Hello everyone, it is Adam here. We have new ODYSSEY racks to replace the ones that I had on the bike before. I had powder coated those in gloss black. The new racks are a matte black with texture to them, which is cool. They're different than the GS racks that Jim had on his bike in that these have these mounting brackets. And I may have the wrong side here, but if you go over to the bike, the mounting brackets are actually supposed to go, this is probably the wrong side, but they're going underneath like this. So they're kind of going underneath the rear seat. That may even be the right side, I don't know. And then you mount the box to that thing, and then you've got the box goes underneath the, I think the right side goes into where the exhaust is, the left side goes into the foot peg there. But yeah, these nice black racks. So I want to do a test fit, and then I'm going to yank them off because the bike's going to BMW, and they're going to install the OEM racks back on there just to settle the recall on them. But I'm going to install these, give it a try, and then yeah, we'll do a quick video because, as always, there's no install videos for these for these ODYSSEY racks. So, all right, let's get acclimated here, and then I'll get back to you guys. I actually think this mounting is pretty genius. So we've got this piece here on the top. It's not tightened down yet. Then you've got the bracket here that it comes all the way down, and then you've got a clip behind here. It's the same size Allen for the top and the side, and then you can just hold it right there. So you've got a nice bar that basically follows the frame of the bike. So I'm going to undo these two and then get this circle clamp around there. Just personal preference. It's easy to take off. You've got a bolt down here, undo right here, and then just pull it straight back. So as you can see, that's definitely not going anywhere. Pretty solid from top to bottom there. All right, let's continue with the other side. It's probably hard to see because of the lighting, but now we have the other side done. So we got the bracket that runs all the way up and hooks up to the top there. I kind of like that it doesn't integrate with the passenger peg, at least for now. I kind of like that. That it's frame mounted, not relying on the passenger foot peg. All right, now we're going to do the right side, which is the exhaust side. So coming over to the bike, we have two bolts that are actually already built in here. And looking at the bracket, so this one is up top, and this one goes right there. And then we've got this one right here at the exhaust, using the exhaust bolt for stability. Now here's why you keep the exhaust tank off on the GSA, because it's very hard with the silencer exhaust muffler in place to remove the T30s that are under here. And they're T30s. T40s. They're holding the pillion foot pegs on, but I was wrong. This piece here goes right under there, and then the front of it's really awkward because the front of the ODYSSEY side rack goes into here. So it does not go into the exhaust. It actually goes into a mount, which is really awkward because if you look at it here, it's right next to where the exhaust is. So I would actually argue that after you've done this top support bracket here, you should go ahead and do the support pegs brackets down here. Then reattach the silencer, then install this guy here. That's what I'm going with for now. Let's see how it works out for me, Cotton. Okay, so nothing's tightened down yet, but the only thing that really sucks about the setup, it's not sucks, but it's awkward, is that you have to put this piece and slide it in there before you tighten it down. You can't come in straight because that bar right there is kind of in the way. Other than that, though, I'd say this setup works pretty well. I haven't tightened down any of the silencer bolts yet, just because I want to make sure everything is perfect before I do that. It looks really good, though. I like the matte black a lot more than the glossy black that I had chosen for the previous ones. Here's the glossy black for reference, if you can tell. You know, no texture to it. It's just a glossy black. So I think the matte looks much nicer. All right, so here's the left side before I tighten everything down. So again, we have those passenger foot peg bars. They said you may need spacers for the adventure model, but looks like it's all lined up fine for me. Then we've got the top bit here going to the bracket, and the rear one going to the bracket. So I'll just tighten this down, and then what we do is attach the rear bar. All right, maybe hard to see, but for the final part here, we've got, this is our setup for the rear support bar. So we've got a spacer there. It's as needed, but mine were flush without it, or not flush without it. There's a gap there. And you've got the washer and the bolt. You could have this facing down, but I kind of like it clean with the support bar going up behind the license plate, like that, and down. You absolutely could run it, you know, straight down and out. All right, so I ended up going with the bar pointing out. I just thought, you know, all that weight's going to be pushing down, so that would be a nice, interesting thing to add. So yeah, it looks really good though. I think it looks fantastic. I can understand why you'd want the, you know, weight that's pulling down. You know, you're not mounting it using the front one here. This is going to be filled with the OEM bolt. So because this isn't in place and you're really taking all that weight on this one bolt that's held in with the clamp right there, I guess it's not a bad idea to have this weight that's pushing down to go into the foot pegs there. It looks a little out of place, but all I can say is they are symmetrical on both sides. Both of them utilize the passenger foot pegs. And the passenger foot pegs are held in by two M8 or M10 T40s. So they're rugged bolts. They're not going anywhere. And then around the back, we have the rear bar. You can't see it. It's behind the license plate, but you can see it up to a point. I don't think it's that bad. Let's go on the other side. I may decide to one day move it up, but for now I'm going to keep it out back because within the up position it was not quite flush where it meets the spacer right there. So I just figured that it was flush in the outer position. Nice color black, looks really good, and so now I'll just put everything back together and we'll do a test fit of one of these boxes. All right, so here's the passenger side, right side, facing forward of the box on. It's basically even with the OEM grab handles, which is nice. And then open it up. And there it is, there's the fitment. I'm able to see things a little bit better. Most of my stuff is black, big surprise. So I'm able to see things a little bit better with the red there. And then on the other side, and as far as motion, it's not going anywhere. I mean, this thing feels like it's bolted to the frame of the bike. Well, it is, but the other side is the Mosco BC35 using the Jessie soft luggage plate adapter. I've got a Jessie top box down here, right here, but I don't think I'm going to add it. I think I'm going to keep this like it is. I'm going to yank this off and throw on my Alt-Rider plate. Actually, let me stop and do a test fit now. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll come right back. So this is my touring setup, I think. Well, this is my off-road setup, which is going to be the backcountry 35s on both sides for off-road camping, and the Rotopacks and the water up top. On top of these, I still haven't quite figured out the final details here, will be the 40-liter Mosco duffel bag, which I've actually purchased it, the BMW branded one, because I have a 15% discount, 25% discount. So, you know, it's not Mosco branded, but it's the same thing. It just has BMW on the side of it. So that's going to go on top. Now, the concern I have is this gap here between the 40-liter and the gas tank. What I could do is I can grab another Rotopacks, and I could maybe mount the gas tank there. Make things a little bit flatter. There's no way to fit the 2-gallon gas tank between the OEM grab handles. And I really like the grab handles, and I like the OEM luggage rack. So maybe what I might end up doing is getting an Alt-Rider upper luggage rack to make this a little bit more even. So if you mount this sideways, I've got a double Rotopacks holder. If you mount this sideways, you've got this big gap here. So the Alt-Rider luggage will bring it up a little bit, like there. Actually, no, I think it's actually kind of flush, but it gives it a bit of a wider footprint. Then I'll be able to have the Autocoma going lengthwise this way with the BC35s on the side. I think that'll be the look I go for off-roading. And then the touring mode, I'll remove the Rotopacks bags and just do the duffel straight on the back. The Jessie sells a top rack for their top case, but according to them it requires removal of the BMW OEM luggage rack. So, you know, they were happy to sell me one, but and I've heard from people that said that it's actually not true, but That's what they told me, was that that this thing here has to come off for theirs to work, which is kind of a bummer, because then I'll have no grab handles. And I've been looking on eBay. I found a couple of grab handles that can mount here, so if I drop it, I can, you know, one on each side. They don't come in black. So if you guys know one that comes in black, let me know and I'll grab it. Grab the grab handle. So that's the setup. I think the racks are awesome. I really do. And looking forward to taking this thing off-road really soon. Okay, quiet video, sorry. It's just I've been a little congested, so not trying to be too exuberant. But that's a thumbs up. You guys have a great evening, and thanks for watching.